We just spent the last week on a mooring ball in St. Augustine and definitely made the most of our time there. Between work and play, we rarely took a moment to sit and relax. But you'll see in this video that the weather forces us to do just that after going through Plan A, Plan B, and Plan C.
Just got back from taking Ripley to the bathroom. We are going to hoist the dinghy up, get underway, and head to Jacksonville. Got perfect weather for it, pretty calm. It's
Just
nice
a little
morning.
chilly.
A little chilly this morning, but I don't mind it.
But we keep going north.
Rambler just passed us. We met them on the dock last night.
Great.
Which is
great
really
people.
cool to, already have some of the community building.
We are going to Jacksonville from St. Augustine, and we had to time it just right because we are staying at a free dock at Sisters Creek. And everyone that has been there, or all of the reviews on Waterway Guide, they all say to time it just right for slack tide for easiest docking. So that's exactly what we did. It's gonna be about a 6.5, 7 hour cruise or so, and it should be exactly slack tide when we get there. We are going a good 7 knots, so the tide, 7.5 knots right now. The tides are in our favor, kind of pushing behind us, so it's a rising tide right now as we head north. We are just looking forward to a great day up here on the flybridge. Sun is shining. We're actually about to come up on TPC Sawgrass. These homes are so beautiful here, so charming. They're all very different. The trees are stunning. There's a lot of Spanish moss, which I think is so beautiful. It's a really enjoyable cruise right now. And the weather is so beyond ideal. I actually probably need to take my vest off. The sun keeps you warm enough, but it's not blaringly hot. We haven't even scratched the surface of this loop. Barely 300 miles in, and I just can't even imagine what's to come. We had a couple cold days. I had a couple moments in St. Augustine. We had some rain, and let me tell you, the cold rain is so difficult. I don't mind the cold temperatures, but when it's 60 degrees or lower and raining, man, it is not fun. But we also had an amazing time in St. Augustine. That was our second time there, and we really just took the time to work, and we went out most nights to walk around, ate out and drank out, probably way too much than we should have. Yeah, I think in the Georgia stretch, we'll hopefully save a little bit of money. We do plan to go to probably 3 marinas, but I think we also are going to be anchoring a lot, and there's not going to be as much civilization. We're going to be surrounded by a lot of nature in those anchorages, so hopefully it'll lessen the temptations to go out and spend some money. We have been absolutely ripping it today. I either said on here or on my Instagram story, we timed the tides perfectly, and we are so far off.
And it should be exactly slack tide when we get there.
The current has been pushing us, which has been amazing. Like we're up to 9 knots right now, but I didn't think we would get to Sisters Creek until 3 o'clock, and it's 12:45 right now. We're probably gonna be there in the next 30 minutes. We do have backup options though. If we don't feel comfortable at the dock, we have an anchor option about 2 miles west. And then we could just keep going up to Fernandina Beach since we are making such great time. What's your gut telling you? Well, it's gonna be another 3.5 hours north to Fernandina Beach, which I'm not upset about. I'd rather be closer to civilization.
I don't really want to go that west. Back into Italy right now.
Update, we're going with Plan C. We're gonna go another 3 hours north to Fernandina. We went past the Sisters Creek Free Dock in Jacksonville, and honestly, like, the dock was nice. Evan just said in my ear, the dock is nice. And even the current, like, next to the dock didn't totally freak us out. Now, of course, I'm not the one driving, but the current definitely is pretty intense in the channel. But we didn't feel bad about the docking. It's more like it's just a very industrial area, and we were planning to be here at least through Monday because we were having somebody come on the boat Monday to do some work. But Fernandina, although a 3-hour drive boat ride north, is only 25 miles by car. So the person that is supposed to be meeting us on the boat hopefully can just come up there. And we just feel better about that. We'll probably anchor. And there's a nearby marina that we can pay for a dinghy dock, and we would get all the amenities of the marina as well. They have mooring balls at this marina, and I'm sure we could pay for a slip, but we'll plan to anchor. There's more of a town there, groceries, things like that. Maybe a little bit safer than just like this industrial area near a boat ramp. But here we go. We had plan A, we had plan B, and we're going with plan C. How do you feel about our decision?
I'm excited for Fernandina. I mean, that's way better spot than Jacksonville. It was just such early daylight yet, and that spot was pretty industrial. Probably be fine for a night, but we were planning on being there more than a night, so on to the next spot. I'm watching the tide now to see, because now that we're on the north side of the inlet, we are fighting the outgoing tide until we get to the halfway point of the next inlet, and then it'll pull us. So
we made it to Fernandina Beach on Amelia Island. We are at the Fernandina Harbor Marina, I think it is.
Oasis Marina.
Fernandina Oasis Marina. We ended up grabbing a mooring ball just because there was one available. We weren't sure if we would be able to because there's not that many, but we get the amenities with the marina and feel more comfortable. So now we are enjoying chicken cutlet night.
Chicken cutlet. And real glass.
Cheers.
We break them out on occasion.
And look at this sunset. Let me show you.
Good morning from Fernandina Beach. We slept on the mooring ball, and let me tell you, I had a great night's sleep because I was so tired. But about 4 a.m. this morning, we were rocking, and we had the wine bottle fall off the table, and our TV mount was smacking, and we figured out why, because last night, massive ship came in.
Yeah.
He definitely was not there, so I'm sure the turning around from the inlet and just the bow thrusters and everything, that's definitely what it was. We are on our way in now to take Ripley to the bathroom and find a coffee shop this morning. Treat ourselves Sunday morning.
You slept in, Ripley, didn't ya? Yes, you did. Ripley, you're gonna get a pup cup. You got treats on the top.
Sit.
Sit. Sit, good girl. So we just got back to the boat from our morning walk and excursion. We had coffee and a nice breakfast, and we need to go back to land because we have never felt the boat moving this much. So basically the inlet is to the north of us, okay? And the tide is going out. So it wants to push us this way. But the wind is coming from the northeast, so it wants to push us the other way. So we are literally like this, and the boat is just rocking like crazy. I'm gonna try and show you. And it like, I've never been seasick before, but I'm on the verge, I think. After this clip, the wind picked up to nearly 30 knot gusts, and we didn't feel safe anymore. It was then that we went into the marina where, unbeknownst to us, we would be staying for the entire week ahead. Now, Some of you have probably been wondering about our electric upgrade with the solar panels and whatever happened to that project. Well, we are thrilled to say that with the help of Connor Smith of Boat Doctor, we officially completed the project while in Fernandina Beach, and we'll have a video on that later. What I will say is that we absolutely could not have done it without Connor's knowledge and are so happy with the outcome. This completely changes the game for the rest of our loop and will allow us to anchor in some of the most remote locations. And as we head into Georgia next week, that will definitely be a necessity. Thanks for joining our cruise from St. Augustine to Fernandina Beach, but make sure you subscribe and come back next week as we officially enter our second state on the loop. We are given the warmest welcome by St. Mary's Intracoastal Gateway Marina and explore the charming small town of St. Mary's. Here's a sneak peek at what's to come in the videos ahead. Love you. Bye.